What is the number one tool in public relations? Yes, it's the press release. And do you know when to send it? This is what we're talking about in this episode. Bonjour, hello everyone. I'm Nata, host of the Nata PR School podcast. You're a successful entrepreneur or marketing manager and you're about to launch a new product or service? Or you've been selling your goods for quite some time, but you want to learn how to increase your visibility, get known, and reach more clients? At Nata PR, we deal with real clients every day, and we'll teach you simple, fun, and honest PR solutions. You'll learn easy steps to combine PR to social media right now. Keep listening, and let's get started. Bonjour, hello, and welcome to episode 213 of the Nata PR School podcast. Public relations, when should you send a press release? Hello, my PR friends. I don't know where you are in the world. It's September here. I'm in Montreal recording this podcast. And the weather is just so incredible. It's so nice. It's really mild, between 20 and 25 degrees, and the colors of the leaves are turning. So, it's such a beautiful time. I know sometimes, I'm a bit worried when it should be colder, a little bit colder, should be around, 10, 15. So we have a good 10 more degrees. So sometimes, there are advantages to those climate changes, even if it's not always positive, of course, in the world. It changes the balance all over the world. So, my PR friends, hopefully you are enjoying fall. I don't know when you're going to be listening to this podcast, but in this episode, we talk about when you should be sending a press release. Yes, you've heard me say that probably very often. The press release is the number one tool in public relations, but depends, If the news is not impactful, you're not going to write a press release. You have to have something new, relevant, that justify drafting and sending a press release. But how can you tell when this tool is a must and you should use it? Another approach might be more suitable if it's not writing a press release, of course. Let's start with a quick reminder. What is a press release and why is it used? Why do you need it? Well, if you remember, I've talked about it too in a few episodes. So a press release is really a boring piece. It's not an ad, my marketing friends. It's not made to sold something. It's there to inform. So it's formal, factual. If it's boring, then it's good. It's a tool intended to convey relevant information to journalists. It's not an advertisement. I have this discussion, I think, almost every week. Its purpose is what? Is to inform journalists, bloggers, of course, influencers about a significant news or innovation in the hope that this journalist or this influencer will share this information with their fans and their readers or their audiences. That's why you send a press release. I know we sometimes don't always write press release, but we send some information quite a bit. So we work a bit differently at the Nata PR agency. Sometimes we have information that we know might be relevant to journalists. We know they will not be writing about it, but it's interesting for them because they're following our clients. Our client is part of, the vegan trend, and there's a lot of things happening. So it's a great way to keep them informed of everything they're doing, and it keeps our client in their mind. So when we send something major, then they already know that they've been, signing a deal with Costco. They've opened 13 new doors. They've opened this market, that market, that market. You don't need to write press release every time there's news like that because they won't write about all of them. But it might be interesting to send an email, what I call a brève. A brève is just a short news. And this is what we do. We know that this news will not be picked up Or, we might be surprised, but the goal is really to keep informed the journalists that do follow our clients. So you see, there are some other ways to go around the press release. So in this case, of course, we don't need a press release. It's just an email to communicate some information. So when should you send a press release? Here are the questions you can ask yourself before sending a press release. What is the news? If you can summarize in one sentence what you want to announce, this is amazing. This is the best news. The shorter, the better. For example, I'm going to give you something very easy. XYZ, company XYZ launches a new innovative vitamin C serum to hydrate the driest skin. So you know what it is. It's a new beauty product. It's serum with vitamin C for dry skin. The question one is, are journalists talking about this subject? The answer is yes, because beauty journalists are there to talk about all new products, all new beauty products coming on the market, especially if it's an innovation. If you have a new patent or a new vitamin C that hasn't been used yet, you're the first one to use it. Voila. And yes, so journalists will be talking about this subject. Is it new? Yes. Is it innovative? Yes. You don't have to answer yes to all of these points, but it has to be new at least. Number 2, is the information really timely? Well, a press release must announce something new. We have something new here with our serum. Journalists are looking for fresh news. A press release is probably not necessary all the time, especially if you have spread the news all over your social media platforms, on LinkedIn, in your newsletter. Well, I know it's not always possible to inform the press before you do all of that, but that would be the ideal scenario, would be to wait and make sure that you send it to your journalist friends first. You want them to relay this information first, and then, of course, you can inform your clients, people who are following you on your social media platforms. 3, is this valuable information for journalists or influencers? Yes, my serum, they will want to know about my serum, that's for sure. Does it fit into current new topics or sector trends? Well, yes, you should know that vitamin C is a huge trend in beauty. So yes. Point number 4, question number 4, when to send a press release. Is this a story the media can relay? In this case, yes. So as you can see, a press release must offer an interesting angle, a story to tell. If it's only technical information or too focused on yourself, let's say what I call too commercial. And even sometimes if you've won awards, I know many of our clients win beauty awards from L Beauty Awards, and they want us to write a press release about it. Well, my friends, no other media will talk about an L award. Why would they promote L? You understand? But, my God, such a price is amazing for your consumers. It's so great for all your social media platforms. Number 5, is the event really worthy of a press release? Yes, we have a new serum, we know. You need to know that some internal announcements, such as, minor personal change, a change in your strategy, you don't need to write a press release about that. But this is good stuff for your social media platforms, of course, or you can use your newsletter to send out. So in some case, the best option is to combine a press release with another approach. I'm going to give you an example here. Send a press release for major news once, and you give the media some time to write about it, and then you can put it on your social media platforms to maximize the impact. Sending a press release should never be a routine, an obligation. It should be reserved for announcements that truly deserve the media attention. So, prioritize your information. Decide what should be sent where, what should be good enough or strong enough for a press release, and then, what should be sent in your newsletter, or if you want to spread some information on your social media platform. Voila. So if you are interested in developing a PR strategy, well, reach out. I'll be happy to tell you how it can be done and what we think. So nata@natapr.com. And check out our links and be sure to sign up for our mailing list, not to miss anything. And look below, PR 101 workshop is there. It's a 30-minute workshop, fun. It's going to give you like tons of information on PR and make you understand what PR is. And of course, more than anything, I hope you'll be watching and listening to the next podcast next week. I hope you'll be here. À la semaine prochaine. Hey, you want to learn more about how to implement PR strategies? Head on to natapr.com and get on our list. You will also receive the Nata PR model on how to create a successful PR campaign. If you want to become a client, just send us an email to nata@natapr.com. Talk to you next week. À la semaine prochaine.